welcome to the old silage room. We are power washing. As you can see, it's quite a mess, and we're going to power wash everything out that hole in the floor over there. Here we go. Oh look, metal. Obviously, when I'm not recording this, I'm doing it with 2 hands. But it's so satisfying. I just had to show you guys. Alright, so my plan wasn't really to take this paint off because honestly I kind of like the way the white paint looked. But it was just so dirty, I started power washing, and it is just blasting off. So we're going to go ahead and strip this room down. And I think in the end it's going to look better. Boards need to be replaced. You know, things need to happen in here. But I'm just going to keep on working one day at a time, y'all. All right, checking in. Ran out of gas, so gonna take a second to update you guys. The ceiling is pretty well done. I've got this last little section to do, and then I will get the floor done. This is taking a very long time, but I just keep telling myself it's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna look really good. I mean, look at that beautiful wall. Day 2. So now that this room is pretty well clean, we need to move on to this side. I've stored old barn boards and scrap wood. All this stuff has got to come out so that I can clean in here. And I'm kind of thinking we'll take this partition out. There's really no need for it. And honestly, over here where there's boards missing, I feel like they could just fill in the gaps. I do want to add a couple windows to these rooms too because they're so dark. Here's a horse. Miss Lily has been my little inspector here. This is my sweet old girl with some crazy hair. Well, you guys, I think it's as clean as it's going to get. There was so much paint on these walls and on these ceilings and everywhere. Of course, then I had to come back in this room and rinse the adjoining walls off because there was lots of grime coming through all the cracks. I've got the bar situated. I've got to take it off those rollers, but I need help because it's very heavy. This is an old general store desk. Very, very cool. So now this old barn shines like a new penny. We're not going to talk about all the piles of good junk that I have. And we're going to move right along to electrical. We are smart enough to hire a licensed electrician that knows what he's doing. I don't want to accidentally burn the barn down, so that's just something I'm not going to attempt. Hey guys, this is many days later with a little update. I stood up for so many days power washing, and I think I must have been standing in a weird position because I was like having to, you know, shoot the ceilings. And I might have like sprained my ankle or almost gave myself tendonitis. Something like that happened, and my foot swelled up for several days, so I've had to like take a little break from the barn work, which drives me crazy because I'm a busybody. But yeah, I've been working again the last few days, so I'll show you some little improvements I've made. Starting out with these main doors, they were already starting to sag because the weight of the door is dragging it down because the guys that built them, I guess, never built barn doors before, so they didn't put any kind of bracing on it. Here comes another cat. But I just added these little scrap pieces that we had and just that little bit already has lifted it up, and it should keep it stronger longer. Also added this cool old cabinet. This is probably from about the 1890s. My brother is renovating a home to make into a rental home, and this was left behind in it, and he said I could have it, so very exciting. I still have to clean the glass. Very old and cool. I don't know if it's going to actually stay in here forever, but it's at least a nice storage spot for it right now. Another small task worth mentioning is the edges of the walls. There was no piece of wood put back in here from where the wall was repaired, so yesterday I cut this piece and it fit almost perfectly. And same thing around this post. It's not a perfect job here, but it gets the job done. And one more area I need to fill is I'm gonna have to cut down a board and close this into, just so it looks finished. Now we're gonna go upstairs. I had the idea of putting a protective railing up here so that if anyone is to make their way up the steps, they don't just fall down the stairs. So it's not perfect or pretty, but it is secured here. I added a post in the middle, and in the back it's secured to barn beams, so it should be pretty strong. And obviously on a working farm, one of my biggest concerns is safety for people, so this will put my heart at ease. Of course, we will also be installing a handrail down to the post I put at the bottom. I need to find a good piece of wood for railing that's about 11 feet long, and I will install the railing next. So up in the loft, we also have these double doors that will take you right off the ledge. Of course, we put a latch on it, but even with the latch, when it's windy, the doors just swing back and forth. So our solution now has been to add slide bolts. So we'll just latch these up, and now it would take quite a bit of force to make these move, and it's out of the reach of children. So there's not much more I can do without the electricians coming through, because I really don't want to put up anything that's going to be in their way. So in the meantime, it's these little tiny projects here or there to just kind of button things up. So there are a couple more safety things I want to do, like putting in exit signs, getting some fire extinguishers, and I'll be getting this handrail put up. I'm sure the work will never be done, but it feels like we're getting close to the finish line. So I'm very excited, and I think I'm going to go ahead and post this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I appreciate you watching.